It's being recorded. All right.
It was good.
Get started.
What's it called? So we're starting off with a little free agent talk. We each got our favorite team, so that's what we're gonna mainly talk about. We got the delusional Cowboys fan, we got a Commanders fan, and then I'm a
Washington right here, baby.
Yeah. But first, let's start off. I just told y'all that something with Tom Brady happened. So Tom Brady he was at a football game or soccer game with Cristiano Ronaldo, and he can be seen telling I think Cristiano Ronaldo asked him, oh yeah, Ronaldo says, "You're finished, right?" And Tom Brady gave a very unsure answer. So
is there a video anywhere right now that we can see?
Yeah, there's a video. I think Bleacher Report posted it. It's kind of all over the place.
I mean, that fool's never sure what the hell he's about to do. I mean,
he's done, man. He's done.
I think he is done. I think he should be done.
He's not coming back.
He's had a hell of a career, but it's time to.
I think he's always had the dream. I mean, he's from the Bay Area. I think if it's for any team that he's gonna come out, is to play for the 49ers. I think that's the only way.
Don't say the Niners now. I mean, don't say the Niners now.
I mean, why else would he come out of retirement and play for like the Steelers or like the Colts? Like he's from the Bay Area. He was a 49er fan growing up. Like he's already.
I can see your point, but I just don't really see him coming back.
I don't really care. I don't really want him to come back because I think we're gonna have to give up something. I don't think the Buccaneers are just gonna just give him away for free.
I mean, even if he does come back, let's just say this. I know Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time, but how does he fit y'all scheme like right now?
That's true.
He's the GOAT. He was basically, I don't know if y'all saw the reports coming out, like there was like some beef with him and Bruce Arians. Like,
yeah,
Tom Brady and the OC were like, they didn't like the play calls that Bruce Arians were like calling and stuff. So he was basically calling the plays. He was in charge of the whole offense.
Well, I mean, a lot of reports though, like a lot of players beefing with Arians and stuff, like Antonio Brown and stuff, the injuries and all that, how they didn't take care of him. I mean, over there, I don't think Bruce Arians is as lovable as everyone thinks he is around the league.
No, I don't think anybody likes him, and I also don't think that just because he seems stubborn, I don't think he's just gonna give up Tom Brady like that. So if the Niners have to trade a second-round pick, third-round pick, I mean, they're Super Bowl favorites, but I don't think I would stunt. That's wasting a year of Trey Lance's.
Yeah, a dark horse for me. Like if Tom Brady were to come back. Sorry, Josh, my bad. But I mean, the dark horse team. Looking at how Tannehill played in the playoffs, it would be the Titans. I mean, great offensive line. You have Derrick Henry. You have AJ Brown, Julio Jones. I mean,
and then
good defense there in Tennessee too.
And then what's it called? I don't know, like if y'all remember, he was on that show that like LeBron has on HBO Max or whatever, like The Cut.
Yeah, the barbershop thing.
Yeah, the barbershop, and he was what'd he say? Remember, he was like, "Damn, y'all chose that motherfucker over me."
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought they were talking about Tannehill, who threw 3 interceptions in the playoff game. So, I don't know. But let's start on the free agent talk. Let's start with the America's team, right?
Sure. Always.
America's team. So y'all traded Amari Cooper. What do you think about
Amari, our 5th rounder?
It wasn't a 5th rounder. It was a bag of chips. All right. We traded a 1st-round pick for him back in 2018. I'm not saying he's worth the 1st-round pick now, but I mean, just if we're just taking the Khalil Mack trade off reference, and also, I don't know what team it is, but I heard an unknown team that they didn't release offered the Niners a 2nd-round pick for Jimmy G. I honestly think Amari Cooper should have been worth a 2nd, at least a 3rd. I don't think that was, but also at the same time, I feel like the Cowboys really had a choice, either pick Amari or Zeke to keep. And I think they made the wrong choice.
It's Cleveland. Cleveland's taking over the entire contract, though, right? Amari's contract. Yeah. So I mean, that's probably
I guess to get rid of the
contract.
They're
not going to drop a 2nd and 3rd.
But
that's what 22 million, right?
20. I think it's 20.
Yeah, I think the trade wasn't really like much of like the
This is a
talent that he
contract
has or anything. It
already
was the
done.
contract. It's kind of like how
Yeah, but also at the
20 million.
same time, like I think the Cowboys had a choice to make, either keep Zeke or Cooper, and I think they made the wrong move.
well, I don't think I think Zeke's
I
like
think-
dead cap. Like if y'all release him, y'all still have to pay him like 17 million. Like that was a
think
tough trade. I'm still in the boat. Don't ever pay running backs. Just draft one like, every couple of years in the 6th, 5th round.
That's, I mean,
And I think Tony Pollard is probably better by now. He is better.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
just look at the past couple Super Bowl teams to win a championship, they hadn't. Not a lot have big name running backs.
Yeah,
either.
Zeke's got an 18.2 million cap hit.
Yeah, I mean, so
That's-
you might as well just keep him, pay him.
That's probably the worst contract right now in the NFL. Thank you, Elliott.
Probably.
And I mean, I don't want to say this, but let's bring up this conversation right now. With all the weapons right now in Dallas and the great offensive line and everything, I mean, you'll have a great offensive line. You have Zeke, Tony Pollard, a good tight end in Schultz. Y'all have Amari Cooper, or y'all had Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb. Like, is some of this pressure going to come on to Dak? Like, do you think this is Dak's fault for having a down
he
season?
just got paid too. Like at some point, it's gonna
Yeah.
be like, all right, man, you're gonna have to do
I
something.
mean, like we all know he's coming back from that injury. I mean, towards the end of the year, like he should be getting comfortable enough to, be producing with all those weapons. So
Yeah, I
something's
mean,
not working
there's no
over there now.
argument. There's no argument that we didn't have the star power and to get it done.
I mean, is it the offensive coordinator that
No,
y'all love over there?
I don't
in
think it's
Dallas?
offensive coordinator. I think it's head coach.
Yeah, no, because
I
I think for sure, like y'all have the talent. Like I mean, like y'all have blue chip players. I mean, Micah Parsons.
We have
even
talent
though
on both
Jamar
sides of the
Diggs
ball.
allows like 100 yards a game. Like he's still good. Like y'all have DeMarcus Lawrence. Like y'all have the pieces. So I think at some point, like, it's Mike McCarthy. That's if I had to blame it on somebody.
I think so
would
too. I was
blame it
really
1000%
hoping that they
on
got
Mike
rid of McCarthy.
I mean, on paper, y'all have everything. And again, Mike McCarthy, everyone thinks he's a great coach because he's won a Super Bowl. But I mean, who was it with? Aaron Rodgers in his prime. So is he really that good of a coach? He's not. And I don't think y'all's offensive coordinator Kellen Moore is that good either.
I think our
How do you not
best coach
utilize?
is Dan Quinn. Huh?
How do you not utilize all those three receivers effectively?
Like didn't
Tony
CeeDee Lamb had
Pollard
one
touched the
catch
ball.
against the 49ers?
What was it? That last game against the Niners, Tony Pollard touched the ball 5 times. It's not enough.
I want to
and
say
then-
y'all's best receiver in big games was Dalton Schultz.
Yeah,
Tight end.
little safety blanket for that.
What's it called? Any free agent? I know you wanted what's his name? Bobby Wagner.
I want Bobby,
I
but
think that'd be
I
pretty
mean, I think our
disgusting.
main focus right now should be re-signing Gregory. And honestly, if it were my call, I would let Gallup walk and just re-sign Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson.
See, I would let Michael Gallup walk too if I'm a Cowboys fan. That's what I would.
Yeah,
Cedric Wilson was good enough,
my fear is that we are going to overpay him just like we did.
and that seems like the
And then
possibility.
what? Draft one? Draft
Maybe
one?
go out and draft one or sign one for cheap. But I mean, Cedric Wilson, was getting the job done when Gallup was
Good
there.
job.
Gallup was gone, what, 12 games, 15 games?
And again, would you be comfortable having CeeDee Lamb as the number one?
Right now, I mean, I think the fact that he is going to be the number one will probably show everyone. He has a chance to show everyone what he can do.
We'll see.
But
If he
I
has
think
another year,
obviously he was at his best knowing Cooper was on the other side.
again, if he has another year like he did last year, being the number one receiver, are we starting to call CeeDee Lamb one of the most overrated receivers in the NFL?
Shoot, I don't know about most overrated. So
No, one of the most overrated, not the most overrated. I'm just saying.
But he
I don't
does
think
get
yet.
a lot of
I mean,
attention,
I don't think
but
his
it's probably
first year he didn't have Dak. This was his first full year with Dak.
yeah, it doesn't
This is
really
only his
help
third
him
year
that he's on
coming
the
in.
Cowboys.
I don't think it's time yet to start saying
then, like,
CeeDee's overrated.
Also,
No,
like
not right now.
Dak, I think that injury that Dak had to his shoulder really affected him. If you look like,
Well, he
look
had
at the
surgery.
splits. Yeah, I didn't know he had to have surgery. So if you look at the splits, then but if we were talking about it like that, all right, Dak had shoulder surgery. Jimmy G also had shoulder surgery. and was playing with a broken thumb. So, I mean.
Okay. Now, are we moving on to the 49ers and Jimmy situation right here? If we're saying that Jimmy G, the shoulder, does that worry other teams from trying to trade for him right now? That shoulder injury that he's having surgery?
He did that on purpose. He did that because he opted to wait. He had the whole offseason since the last game, and that report came out, I think the day that Carson Wentz got traded, that report came out that, he's having surgery today. So what Donnie and the Jimmy Garoppolo's agent, who's very, very smart, he's greedy. So what he wants to do is the 49ers in the contract they have with Jimmy is if Jimmy gets released and he's injured, he gets $7.5 million guaranteed. So he can get $7.5 million and then choose whatever team he wants and just get paid on top of him. I mean, it's smart, yeah. But at the end of the day, he's under contract with us. So I mean, I don't know. I'll take a bag of chips, honestly, now. I think he really, if I were the Niners now, because he has a no trade clause, but really the no trade clause, it ends in 3 days, so they could agree to the deal and just trade him.
It's Trey Lance time.
It's coming down to the wire.
You have to, and then we have to re-sign players, and the free agency begins the 16th. You have to be under the cap by the 16th, and we're negative $9 million in the cap. If we trade Jimmy, that's what, $27 million. So we gotta get him off the team, man. Just commit fully to Trey Lance. Get that guy the hell off my team. I'm tired of seeing his face.
I mean, he's gonna get traded. I think Nick is the only one here that thinks he stays.
No, I don't. I'm just messing with Rocky. But I mean, it's coming down to the wire.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
I don't think a lot of people want to give up anything for him, really. If anything,
and I think it's
going to be less than what they gave up for Carson Wentz. I don't think it's going to be more.
I think it's going to be the Colts. Just jump in on that.
No, bro, just give honestly, give us a 4th round pick because I don't.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a 49ers fan, you just want to get him out at this point.
Yeah, no, get him out. I mean, you can use that money for so many people.
And then look, talking about the Colts right here too. They move on from Carson Wentz to try and get a guy like Jimmy G, who's coming.
That's what I don't understand. But
I don't
moving on, but for who? Because it's not for Deshaun Watson.
Their owner is just really salty right now that they lost to Jacksonville at the end of the season.
They don't have a 1st round pick either.
It's just a desperate move, and I don't think it can work out for them.
I do think that even though I don't agree with it, and it kind of shows the Colts are dumb, I do think they put a big emphasis on being a leader and being I don't know, a guy that people gravitate to. And that sounds stupid, but I mean, it has.
That's a report that's just getting blown out of proportion because all the players love him. Like in Philly, they loved him. Over there in Indy, the center loved them. Michael Pittman loved them. Darius Leonard loved them. They were mad.
Supposedly, I think it's the thing with the coaches because what I've heard is they tell him, I think you should go here on this play, and he's like, no.
That's what. I read reports on that too.
He's also religious and anti. He didn't get the COVID vaccine, so you know how that goes. So I think Jimmy and him, if we're ranking tiers, they're probably tier 4, tier 3 through 4 quarterbacks. Except one's handsome and likable, and the other one people don't really like him. And I do think I like that signing, but if the Eagles trade for Deshaun Watson, man,
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it'll happen. But
Deshaun Watson in Philly too. What are the weapons he has there?
Nobody. But
nobody. No run game.
I think at the end of the day, Deshaun Watson has to say because he has that no trade clause. But if they keep saying Philadelphia because they had 3 first-round picks this year, and
they'll probably give up Jalen Hurts too. They have the most sexy.
They have the sexiest package.
Yeah, they have a good trade package right now. But I think Philly wants to stay. They want to run it back with Jalen Hurts. He's young.
He made playoffs last year. I mean, it's something to build off of.
Yeah. He's young too, so they just need a bit around him. But anyways, if I think Deshaun Watson gets traded, I think his best landing spot it's got to be New Orleans. I think. I don't think it's Carolina.
That's scary. I think if it does happen, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sean Payton just come back.
No, that would be a good possibility too.
Franchise
but right now, the front runners for him are Carolina. But it's a small market team. I mean, they've had.
They're not very attractive now.
In a row. Not very attractive at all. I mean, their weapons aren't bad. I mean, they got DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson will probably leave. But McCaffrey will probably be in the deal if he gets traded.
For sure.
So I don't see why he would want to go to Carolina. If anything, New Orleans is a good place for him, I think.
Yeah.
Even though the cap space hell, I mean,
supposedly, I think Ian Rappaport said that yes, they have enough money to sign him because I mean the cap space is honestly like
they're just restructuring everybody though.
Yeah.
The cap space is fake. Cap space isn't real in the NFL.
But
well, getting back to Carson Wentz, the team he was just traded to, the newly named Washington Commanders.
I mean, okay, so we struck out on Russell Wilson. Apparently, Seattle didn't want to trade him to the NFC. And I mean, I can't get mad at Washington for it. They weren't with Deshaun's legal problems and all that, all the accusations and everything. They couldn't wait and take the risk and then wait again, make a trade for him and have Deshaun Watson be like, oh, I don't want to go to Washington. Then what happens? Because I know, even though it didn't seem like Carson Wentz had a sexy, market for him, I'm pretty sure teams sort of wanted to trade for him. So I think Washington made the right deal. They didn't give up much for Wentz. I mean, he's way more talented than Heineke. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but
yeah, I mean, y'all got Wentz. Obviously, he's not what y'all wanted of Wilson and Watson. But I mean, I think that's the quarterback that y'all haven't had in a while that might be able to get the job done.
Wentz has an arm. I mean,
it's just sad that he has to go through Dak.
He's got a great arm. I mean, he's got the talent. If you put the team around him, he's got the talent. I mean, like 2017 in Philly, he didn't have no weapons. He almost won MVP that year. I mean,
this might be his best receiving core.
He's got a great offensive line. I mean, Antonio Gibson, McLaurin might be. I mean, I know I'm sounding a little bit biased right here, but McLaurin with Wentz can throw that deep ball pretty good. And McLaurin last year had over 1,000 yards for Heineke, who can't throw the deep ball at all. He was missed so many times down the field. It was frustrating to watch as a Washington fan. So I mean, I think this is a good trade for Washington. I'd rather have him than
a lot of people were,
A
lot of people were kind of like upset with like the whole. I don't know. Like, I saw a lot of mad Commander fans, but like y'all gave up what 2 day 3 picks.
No, yeah,
it don't. And then a pick swap in the second. It's not worth. It's worth. And then like, okay, he doesn't work out this year. I think y'all should get to the playoffs.
We should
with them. Yeah, I think that if y'all don't get into playoffs, I think then Robert gets hot.
The hot seat. Yeah.
But and then if it don't work out, okay, then trade the farm for the quarterback class next year. Isn't Caleb Williams coming out next year? I don't know. I think
he might. Yeah, Caleb Williams. But yeah, I mean, Washington's got the team, top 10 offensive line right there. I mean, they have the weapons too. And if they go for a guy like, small market guys like Zach Ertz, reunite him with Carson Wentz right there. Pair him up with Logan Thomas, who is coming off an ACL tear. Zach Ertz could be a very reliable target for Wentz. He can be comfortable. And then if you go at the 11th pick right now, you draft a receiver because I'm not sure if they'll draft another quarterback yet. I have no clue what Washington's going to do with that 11th spot. They can draft a receiver like, Drake London, Chris Olave, or they can also draft a quarterback to sit behind Carson Wentz. Like, Kenny Pickett's the most, what's it called? He's probably going to be the option there at 11 because I don't think Malik Willis is going to get there. Or you can go best player available. And I mean, as much as I would love Kyle Hamilton at that pick, I don't think he's going to make it there either. But
I wouldn't be surprised if he does because he didn't test very well. But
his range is all over the place. He can go as early as 3. He can go as late as 11. I mean, no one knows where he's going to go right now. But I'm really excited for this season for Washington. I mean, we have the team. We have the defense around them. We have the offensive line, weapons, Curtis Samuel, McLaurin, even De'Ami Brown. I mean, we just got to see how Carson Wentz does. And then draft a couple, key contributors, receiver, middle linebacker or something. Should be good.
Resign Brandon Sheriff?
No, I don't think we're going to sign. We're not going to resign Brandon Sheriff.
I think the Bengals
he's gone.
The Bengals are going to throw
they're
going to give him $100 million. I don't know.
Brandon Sheriff is gone. Even though he's a great right guard, he's always injured. He's very injury prone. And he was not very good last year. His PFF grade, for run block, I want to say, was under 70. It was 62, I think. And our right guard, who was he was hurt. Wes Schweitzer, his PFF grade was like, I want to say like 80 something. Let me check. Wes Schweitzer. He's a great offensive guard. He had a great year before he got hurt. So I don't think we re-signed Brandon Sharp because we have Wes Schweitzer come back. I mean, PFF 78.7 PFF grade. He had a great year. There's no reason to re-sign Brandon Sharp or overpay for him. We have a top 10 offensive line. We'll let him walk, save the money.
Yeah. What's it called? Any predictions on where the top guys land? J.C. Jackson, Chandler Jones. There's Von Miller too.
See, I think Von Miller is either going to run it back with Rams or he's going to Broncos, Denver.
Yeah, I think those are his only two locations. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other. There's no in between for Vaughn.
Yeah, I think Von Miller
is my dream right now to pair alongside Bosa.
Who?
And I don't know how expensive he'll be, but a
Chandler
little
Jones?
1 year, 12 million. I don't know. I think that like having another guy that's like commands
on the other side.
Yeah, next to Bosa. And then today we were interested, which I would hate. I don't like him at all. Frank Clark. So I think we are going to be in the market just because immediately when they announced that Frank Clark was either going to be traded or released, they said 49ers are going to be interested. So that just tells me that we are going to be in the market for like another guy alongside Bosa. But Frank Clark, I don't like him at all. He beats women, so I'm chilling on that one.
Free agency starts tomorrow, though, right? Free agency starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I mean, honestly, like it's already like kind of started. Like it's already like.
But
yeah,
you can.
I think things are gonna go
tomorrow,
crazy
right?
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow,
Yeah,
like things gonna.
I saw a report where it was Chandler Jones. He was like, he didn't care about the money. He was like,
That's what I saw that
No.
he
report.
wants to be in the right scheme right now. You know, in the right place. I mean,
What does that sound like? Get revenge on the Cardinals and play with the best D-line coach in the league. But I
Go to a team in the same
also
division. The Niners might be the way.
Because I do want us to just draft an edge rusher instead of just paying $12 million. So I don't know.
The culture over there in Arizona doesn't seem very good right now. There's been a lot of problems over there, it seems like. So who knows what's going to happen next year if they don't have a good year this year?
I hope they get to send them to the Browns or something.
I don't think they should have re-signed Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh my God, that was horrible.
Why would they extend him?
No. And then Cliff and what I've heard is that they did that on purpose. They're really pushing to re-sign Cliff because Cliff and Kyler share the same agent. So then the agent got the contract for Cliff, which gives them more like negotiating power for the Kyler contract. So Kyler's about to get a disgusting deal. And you can't, like, what are you going to do? You have to pay him.
I mean, and I don't think they have the team around him to win. You're going to pay him, and it's just going to be,
cap hell.
Their window to win was around this area right now last year.
The Kyler Murray rookie contract, which is why I'm all in for being super aggressive whenever you have a rookie quarterback on a rookie contract.
That's what you have to do. And that's how I feel Washington is the same situation too. You have all these players in young contracts. You just need the quarterback. Anyways, let's move on right here. J.C. Jackson, where do y'all see him? I mean,
I think he goes to L.A., the Chargers.
Yeah, that's what everybody's talking. I don't know. He's for sure going to get a bag. He's going to get overpaid.
That'll be a very attractive team there, Chargers.
I mean, the Chargers just traded for Khalil Mack. I think that might be something that attracts J.C. even more to kind of build a defense with Derwin James.
Go all in.
Just go all in, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, the AFC West is just getting stacked by the day, so might as well contribute to that and go after JC.
Honestly, I don't even – if they do pull off the J.C. Jackson thing, or the Broncos, I'm not liking them at all. As like,
neither am I.
I don't know, maybe like a 6, 7 seed.
No. It wouldn't have surprised me if they come in fourth in that division.
No.
The Raiders are a good team. And I could see J.C. Jackson going to the Raiders too.
Yeah,
Raiders, I think, are going to be very active in free agency. I think they have a good team.
I think Derek Carr is consistently just
he's underrated,
treated as the most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, he took that team to the playoffs after all. Like the coach got fired, Henry Ruggs. They had a cornerback.
His wide receiver ended up in jail.
Fortunate.
I mean, who was his wide receiver one? Zay Jones?
Brian Edwards,
Renfro,
probably.
and they had Renfro and
Hunter Renfro, I guess, became
over there
the
in Las
number
Vegas. Las Vegas, that was a shit show over there, man.
And I think the NFL wants big market. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not calling the NFL rigged for pushing the Rams, but I feel like the NFL benefits whenever big markets like that. I feel like they really want Las Vegas to be good.
Oh,
they
of
want
course.
the Rams
More
to
money.
They want the Chargers to be good. Yeah, there's more money.
Yeah.
So
right here, my prediction: J.C. Jackson, Raiders. Let's see what else. Allen Robinson.
I'm confused with him because I don't know
There's
if
a
he's just
couple
gonna go.
teams, actually.
I don't know if he's just gonna go try to get the bag or actually try to get a decent quarterback this time.
He's still 29. I mean,
he's
at that age, you know,
Yeah.
3 years, your contract should be good for him. But I have no clue. I've seen reports Jacksonville's gonna be very active in trying to get Robinson.
I've seen the Colts. I've seen the Lions.
So I wonder how, because I feel like he's always complaining, and the people that like him are always complaining, like, oh, he's never had a real quarterback. He's never had a real quarterback. He made $15 million last year off the franchise tag. So then we'll see if he's really just trying to chase the bag or if he wants to actually.
If he's chasing the bag, I think he ends up in Detroit.
Detroit?
Sure.
I think so.
That could be a good spot. Pair him up with
Amon-Ra St. Brown on the other side. That might be decent.
Reynolds was underrated last year too.
I could see him going to the Ravens as well.
Ravens will be I have him probably going to the Ravens. Ravens or Jacksonville. I think those are probably the most predictable landing spots for him right now. Next, Marcus Williams.
Marcus Williams, safety needs. Wow, like people really talk about how the cap space is like a myth and like a joke and stuff, but like I mean, the Saints are letting go of a top 2, top 1 right tackle in the league, and then an elite safety. Everybody says, oh, the salary cap doesn't matter. Salary cap doesn't matter. They can afford Deshaun Watson, but at what cost? They just lost. They're losing key pieces every year. Last year they lost Hendrickson, and he came in. He was been super important to the Bengals.
Yeah,
huge part of Cincy.
He was huge part of that Cincy.
Yeah, Marcus Williams is for sure gone. He's not staying in New Orleans.
No, I don't know who.
I honestly, I mean, call me crazy. I don't know. I think he ends up in Philly.
It's either Philly or Washington for me, I think.
I think he comes to the NFC East.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Eagles.
The Eagles have expressed interest in him.
Washington is very interested in him too. I'm just saying.
I'm really interested to see where Bobby Wagner goes. Let's see.
Bobby, he's got to go to a contender. I mean, he's not going to settle. I don't think for one of those mid teams right now in that range.
Yeah.
I think Bob.
I mean, I think what were the 4 teams that I've seen express?
He's just looking to win right now. And I don't know many teams right now that aren't.
I think I've seen 4. I've seen Niners, Ravens, Cowboys, and
I think the
Cardinals. I believe the Rams shared some interest.
See, right now, like probably be Rams or Niners would probably be them.
I could see the Niners. I really actually can see it. I think just the tandem with Fred Warner is all they kind of need to kind of get him in.
And obviously, like I'll be like super happy if we sign Bobby Wagner. But I think my main purpose for signing him is simply so that the Rams don't get him. Because our linebacker core right now is super cheap, like Azeez Al-Shaair and Dre Greenlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't get
Fred Warner. I mean,
Fred Warner's his contract about to hit, but like I feel like we have enough right now, so I don't know if we really want to spend what.
Like you said, go all in.
Yeah, if it's either us or the Rams, okay, then go all in and get him because I do not want the Rams.
Let me ask you all this: he's just released. He's 31. How much do you think?
I wouldn't pay too much for Bobby. I mean, he's in his down years. He's declining a little bit right now. But you want that veteran presence around. So I don't know. I don't know how much you pay him.
He's one
10
of the
million.
Smartest.
So 1 or 2 years for around that.
What I would do, I would sign him like maybe a 2-year deal and just load it up with incentives. So if he plays this amount of snaps, okay, then you get $2 million from that. He's his own agent too, so let's see how that goes. DJ Reed is a guy that I have the Niners getting, and I would be if DJ Reed. He's a slot corner for the
Oh, that's
Seahawks, and we actually
Reed?
DJ Reed. We actually drafted him, and then we had to cut him because we thought we could get him again. And then the Seahawks picked him up. He was playing at an all-pro level. And if that's the only guy we end up with in free agency, I'll be very happy. What else?
That wouldn't be too bad for y'all. I'm looking right now at Corey Littleton. I want Washington to pursue him at the linebacker.
He just got released, right?
Yeah, he just got
I think so.
So I just want Washington to get him. They just need a linebacker. One linebacker, I'll be happy. Corey Littleton, Anthony Walker, Devondre Campbell, any of them.
Devondre Campbell's
I think he's a free agent. I think.
Yeah, he is a free agent.
Yeah.
Wow. Coming off the 1-year deal where he was an all-pro.
Yeah, he's gonna
What a bargain on himself. Like, he really betted on himself. Now he's about to get a bag.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Washington's gonna go after him. He's gonna be looking for the bag. He's 29 years old.
Steelers, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Steelers.
Oh, Hassan Reddick got released as well. I didn't see that.
Hassan Reddick got released?
He has 24 sacks in the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's been a monster.
Hassan Reddick, honestly, is a guy that if the Broncos don't reunite with Von Miller, I think that actually is the guy that I could see the Broncos going after.
It's only 27 too. Only 27 years of age.
Yeah, I keep seeing the Broncos and the Broncos going. They've been linked to every single pass rusher because they want to keep up with the Joey Bosa,
Khalil
Mack thing.
That division's gonna be insane. It's gonna be crazy.
I do think he'll end up with Von Miller there.
Yeah, I'm looking Tyrann Mathieu. I don't think he re-signs with Kansas City.
No, I think he's gone. I wonder where he'll go. I think he goes to like I don't know. If I had to guess off the top of my head, I would say like the Ravens.
I agree with the Ravens. Baltimore.
Ravens would be good.
I don't think he's looking for money at this point. I think he's just.
I mean, he's won.
Maybe a change of scenery with the contender.
He's what, 32?
It's 30 years. 30 years of age, not bad. What do y'all think Gronk does? Y'all think he retires, or does he go play with Josh Allen in Buffalo?
I think
he's going to Buffalo.
I don't think he cares about football. I think he just does it.
He's
playing this shit for fun, man. He doesn't. I think he's gone, like, out of the league.
Yeah, I agree. If he does come back, I think he's going to Buffalo.
That'd be nice. Dawson Knox, Josh Allen.
Let's see what else.
Have you looked at potential guys to drafting, Josh?
Honestly, no, I have not. I've honestly been stressing over the fact that we have too many guys that we need to re-sign.
Cap space hell.
Cap space hell.
So what are y'all gonna do? Okay, so let's just start. Randy Gregory. What are y'all gonna do with Randy Gregory?
He's one of the guys that I really hope they resign, but he has proved himself that he is worth a bag, and I think a team is gonna offer him a bag that we can't. So I don't know.
And then you got DeMarcus Lawrence.
I want that fucker gone.
But they said
you want Lawrence?
I think Randy Gregory made a bigger impact on the line. And obviously when Micah Parsons was set on the line, he made a greater impact than anybody.
You gotta remember this too. Micah Parsons, his production came off DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory.
DeMarcus Lawrence was gone 10 of the first 11 games?
He was gone 10 games?
He got hurt after the first game. He was gone like 10 games. He was gone to like week 12.
Wow, he was.
So it was just Gregory on the opposite side of Michael Parsons for half the year.
Yeah, I think if y'all had if I were y'all, priority number one is Gregory, because like you can't really let go of edge rushers like that. And then if y'all do let go of him, because DeMarcus Lawrence is like he's an okay pass rusher. The main thing that sets him apart that got him
the run stop.
Yeah, he's a run stopper. He's one of the best run stoppers in the league.
People don't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, so you need a guy that can threaten, because then they'll just start double teaming Micah, and then best. Where do y'all think Mitchell Trubisky will go?
Giants.
I think the Giants should go after him, dude. Daniel Jones is not the answer.
Reuniting, they will. I think.
I mean, there was a report that he had interest in going to compete for that job. I don't think there's going to be much competition. Daniel Jones is going to be the backup if he ends up there.
You know what? Like, I think it'll say a lot if the Giants do not even pursue or talk to Mitchell Trubisky, because I think everybody's like assumption was whenever Mitchell Trubisky took the backup role of Josh Allen, right? They were like, okay, this is the guy that's gonna go with Brian Daboll whenever he gets like the head coaching job. So if Daboll like is with him like every day and was trying to mold him, and then he goes to another team where the quarterback says, all right, Daniel Jones is garbage. So like it kind of says a lot if it's like
people forget Trubisky. I mean,
made the playoffs. He's like a less attractive Jimmy G.
I mean, he's got talent. Again, he never had the weapons either.
Yeah, he didn't have much help. Justin Fields, for real, does not have help anymore. That team is going to shreds.
Yeah.
Who did they get? I did not like the head coach that they got. I saw a couple interviews with him, and he looked kind of off. But I don't know. I'm rooting for Justin Fields.
Mostly, I think defensive focus.
All he's got is Mooney.
Yeah, they got a defensive. Too. Yeah, I don't understand that.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Justin Fields, but poor guys it's not in the best situation.
Wasn't put in the right system or the situation. Yeah.
Well,
what other quarterbacks y'all think?
Well, Mariota. If I were the Colts, I mean, it's either. I mean, I have no idea what the Colts are gonna do. Like, you're not gonna trade up. Either. I think it's first rounder. I think Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr are kind of like dark horses. But why would the Vikings? They don't have a first round pick. It doesn't make sense. So to me, it's like either like a Mariota guy, and are the guys in the locker room gonna be like, oh, let's go. Now we got Mariota or 6 different quarterbacks.
Any of those guys that they get, they're not going to win more games than Carson Wentz did last year.
And they're not going to be there for more than 1 year. And you could see the locker room's frustrated. So I don't know.
People don't understand that Carson Wentz and the Colts were 2 games away from 11 wins that they should have won.
They almost decrowned the Titans as a division win. Yeah, with Wentz.
And they didn't have an easy schedule either.
And honestly, the Colts, I think, should be an attraction for quarterbacks just wanting to prove it. I mean, Jonathan Taylor is just a different.
Yeah. I mean,
honestly, the position they put themselves in.
Weapons.
No.
Michael Pittman is not a number 1, even though he's great. He's a great receiver. He's not a number 1.
Yeah, he's not a number 1. They're going to have to go out and get. Honestly, they might have to go out and get like an Allen Robinson to attract any.
They need another receiver.
They have the money too, but I think the position they put themselves in, I think, honestly, like not even like being biased, I think the best case scenario, if they want to keep him for more than 2, it's either Jimmy G or Marcus Mariota. And if you get Jimmy G, I don't see how Jimmy G fits there. Pittman's a vertical threat, He's a big vertical threat. And what's it called?
T.Y.'s getting old.
He can't throw it deep, so. I have no idea what they're going to do, but.
I have no clue either. I mean, Paris Campbell's not a bad receiver, but again, nothing crazy. T.Y. Hilton's already on the decline.
Colts fans should be a little
nervous. Jack Doyle just retired. I mean, Mo Alley Cox isn't that good of a tight end. I mean, they're in a tough situation over there. I mean, just hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor 30 times a game and hope he doesn't get injured.
For the best, yeah.
And honestly, I mean, best case scenario for them, they throw a 3rd round pick that they got from Washington, just kind of flip flop quarterbacks, and then you can stay because like you can stay competitive. I think with Jimmy, I mean, you just have him hand off the ball 30 times a game. So I think you give him a 3rd for Jimmy and I think they should do it soon because if they have $70 million in cap space, they can attract, they can get all the receivers, they can get it. But who's going to want to join a team that has no quarterback?
Yeah.
You have to have the quarterback before free agency.
I think you got to solidify the quarterback position first.
This receiver class for free agency is not very good either. It's not very attractive.
No, the draft is looking pretty disgusting though.
Yeah, it is.
Past couple of years have looked pretty damn.
Yeah,
obviously the last 2 years have been damn pretty good.
I've always been in the boat like, okay, don't pay running backs. I think it's becoming like if your guy's not the solidified top 12 wide receiver, either trade him on the last year of his contract or or just don't sign him again. I wouldn't pay big money for a wide receiver too. No, with the guys coming out, like I don't know, you get Chase Claypool in the 3rd round consistently. Debo's a 2nd rounder. I mean, not everybody's gonna be a Debo or McLaurin. You can just get them in the 3rd round, DK in the 3rd round. But I don't know. I feel like it's worth just.
I agree.
AP one in the 3rd.
Just keep your number 1 and then just battle it out in free agency, or I mean, in the draft for your wide receiver 2.
How about where's the UTSA product Tariq Woolen gonna end up at? Yeah.
UTSA.
Who knows? Who knows right now? I mean, he's going all over right now.
I haven't watched a lot of like mock draft videos because the Niners don't have a 1st round pick, but I did watch one where this guy, I don't know, Bengal, he's a pretty big YouTuber, and he did a 2-round mock draft, and I was hyped because the 2nd round came, and even though I think this is kind of a reach drafting him in the 2nd round, he had us taking Tariq Woolen in the 2nd, and honestly,
he's gonna go top 3 rounds.
As a UTSA student, man, I'd actually be kind of happy, you know. That's UTSA product on the Niners.
Wasn't your first year at UTSA is when or that summer, I guess, coming in?
Yeah, Marcus Davenport got drafted. He hasn't been pretty good, but
oh man. Yeah. All I gotta say is I'm very excited for the season. Watching
it's gonna be an interesting year.
The NFC East, battle it out.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the NFC is wide open. I mean, I don't really count the Packers, like, you know, because
the AFC runs real deep this year. And honestly, when you say the NFC, I can only name maybe 4 teams that are 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah, and I don't even count the Packers because we own them. So,
but they're gonna be up there.
They're gonna be up there, obviously. Yeah,
and we'll see y'all. We'll see what y'all are gonna look with Trey Lance.
I mean, honestly, we just need an average. I mean, the schedule this year, our schedule is pretty tough. But honestly, like Jimmy was average to below average. If you watch our offense, it's just wide open guys. And then what I do like about Trance that we obviously saw in the first game against Houston, he doesn't just go for the. You could clearly see like routes where it's like a 5-yard dig, right? And then Jimmy would just go to that. But no, he goes over, he layers it, go 15 yards right here. And you saw him use his feet. I don't know. Like,
well, that you're gonna see average. You're gonna see bigger plays with Trey Lance, but you're also gonna see more turnovers with Trey Lance.
I think, well, Jimmy,
as a rookie,
I think he definitely expands the offense.
Yes, but compared to Jimmy, I feel like you get more bang for your buck because Jimmy would give you the turnovers, but he wasn't pushing the ball downfield. So it's like you're risky, but throwing it 5 yards.
Yeah.
He just throws it to the linebacker. So, I mean, I would be down, okay, if this guy ends up with 10, 12, 15 interceptions in his rookie year and we make the playoffs, that's fine. Because I know those interceptions are probably going to be like kind of punts, you know, instead of Jimmy where he just throws his check down.
That's the big problem right now in the NFL. Quarterbacks being hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, your camera just frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, now I'm back.
Are you good now?
Connection. Yeah. No, but I was just saying, like, right now it's a problem in the NFL. I mean, some quarterbacks are being too careful, you know, with the ball. And, like, if you're looking like Aaron Rodgers, too conservative in the playoffs. And then you have guys like Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford who don't care. Like, they just sling the ball all around. They turn the ball over. I mean, but they also make the big splash plays. Both are playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that was a big problem too. Ryan Tannehill, again.
That was my boy in fantasy. I thought he was gonna win me a chip. I was wrong.
You're very wrong.
Rough season.
I was very wrong.
And Julio disappeared, man. I wonder if Julio was gonna.
That boy played what? 2 quarters every 3 games.
Yeah, he has that hamstring is.
If he has
good to miss at least 8 games a year now.
Yeah, if he has that problem against this year, he's going to retire. I don't think he's going to keep playing that hamstring.
What's it called? Excited to see. I think the Deshaun Watson news happens before the 16th. I think it happens.
I mean, it should happen soon. But again, he hasn't played in 1 entire year.
And then that's also the truth. And also, he hasn't gotten suspended. He's gonna get suspended.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
He's gonna miss
I don't know.
games.
But I mean, if you're the Panthers, just give up everything, because like Deshaun Watson will be a franchise top 10 level. In my opinion, he was top 4 before all this went down.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean,
he was top 4.
if you can, all right, that's fine. He misses 8 games, 9 games this year. Okay, for the next 6, 7, 8, 10 years, you have a top 10 quarterback. That's
so you think Panthers go all in for him? I don't think they have the team to win.
If Trey Lance was on the 49ers, I would have traded 4 first-round picks for him. I don't care.
Oh yeah, I mean you have to.
Yeah.
But are you going to give up your entire future when you don't have the team to win now, like Carolina?
That is true. I don't know how they would improve. And also, I don't think he would accept it. I don't know where he's gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. Like teams that right now like are in contention for him, I don't think they have the team to win or around him, like right now.
I think
like
the Saints
Seattle doesn't have a team to win if they go for him.
And after Carolina? Is he really gonna want to go there after he saw how they treated Russell Wilson, who gave him a Super Bowl, and Bobby Wagner? They didn't even tell Bobby Wagner they're releasing him. He learned through somebody else. Poverty franchise.
Like if I'm Deshaun Watson, I would have wanted to go to either Philly because they have a good package, Washington, but he's not going to Washington no more. We went, or New Orleans. But I don't really see any other teams. I mean,
because the Colts aren't going to trade him in division.
They don't have the package to trade for.
Yeah, and it's in division, so it's not going to happen.
I mean, if he goes to Carolina too, I mean, oh well, like it's not like it's going to be changing the NFL. It's just going to be okay. He's the quarterback there now.
Well, obviously this is a dark horse, and we know that they don't have a first-round pick this year. But what's the future picks of the Vikings looking like?
Vikings are in a tough situation. I mean, anywhere Kirk Cousins go, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm saying like pick-wise, like do they have their next 3 years of first? Obviously not this year.
They do. Yeah, they should have all their picks. I don't think.
I mean, obviously it's a dark horse to me, but I really think Kirk Cousins with the next 3 years of firsts, maybe. I mean,
I don't see why the Texans would want like Kirk Cousins whenever, like, he's not going to be there whenever they do become decent, whether it's in 10 years, you know? So, like, I don't know.
If I'm Deshaun Watson, I would go to Minnesota.
I mean, I think it's good fit, and they have a team that he can work with aside from these other 4 teams that are going after him. Justin Jefferson with Deshaun Watson would be absolutely deadly.
Thielen, even though Thielen's in trade talks right now. I mean,
JJ, obviously, I mean, I don't think he's solidified himself as he's the top dog there now.
He's a beast.
I mean, Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, it's a pretty good RB duo in the backfield. Yep. I think Minnesota should go all in too. They should get in the talks.
Their defense needs to improve, but they have a decent team.
Yeah, I do think the Vikings, like you're stuck you're stuck in mediocrity. So I mean, if I were just stuck there, they're really gonna turn it around in a year or two. They're paying Kirk Cousins $45 million, bro. Just give him to the Colts, man. The Colts need him.
The Colts.
But the Vikings, I would not accept.
Kellen Mond will get his time to shine, or what, in Minnesota?
Supposedly they really didn't like him. The next Jordan Love.
Most wasted draft pick in NFL history, Jordan Love.
Who knows, man? It's not looking very good right now.
No. A lot of shit will start happening tomorrow, for sure.
I'm excited.
We'll have a real answer to what happens.
Very excited, Josh.
Regarding the free agents.
But all right, we'll meet up again next week, and then we'll see what happens with everything, with free agency, and then we can start talking about the draft. Hopefully by then the 49ers get a first-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo, and then we can start doing first round mocks.
Dude.
So, yeah. We'll see. All right.
All right, well.
Let's see what free agency has tomorrow. I mean, if there's some big signings or something, we can hop on and back again or something.
Yeah, let's see. Deshaun Watson to the Cowboys, right?
We don't need him.
Oh, gosh. Poor Cowboys.